morning, students. Today we will start with the second term syllabus of class 5 science. It is video number 15. In second term, lesson number 1, 3, 9 and 10 are included. Today we will start with lesson number 10, light and shadow. What is light? Light is an invisible source of energy that creates a sensation of vision. First I will explain two terms. Luminous objects. Objects which have their own light. Non-luminous objects. Objects which do not have their own light. Let's warm up. Here they have given 6 pictures. From these pictures you have to identify which object is luminous and which is non-luminous. Sun. It is luminous. For luminous you will write L. Sun has its own light, we know, that's why it is luminous. Tree, it is non-luminous because it do not have its own light. Bulb, luminous. Candle, luminous. Paper cloth, non-luminous. Stone or rock, non-luminous. We know light is an invisible source of energy that creates sensation of vision. Light from a source travel in straight line. This property of light to travel in a straight line is called rectilinear propagation of light. This line you will underline. Property of light to travel in a straight line is called rectilinear propagation of light. To explain rectilinear propagation of light, they have given one activity. Light one candle and fix it on some flat surface. Then through the plastic tube or pipe, we will look at the candle flame. We will be able to see the flame. But when we take a bent plastic tube or pipe and try to look at the candle flame, then we are not able to see the candle flame clearly. So it proved that light travel in straight line. It has property of rectilinear propagation of light. Kinds of object. Different objects allow different amount of light to pass through them. Depending on amount of light that can pass through objects. Objects can be grouped as follows: opaque object, translucent object and transparent object. This one is opaque object because we can't see from one side to other. This one is translucent, partially we can see to our other side. It allows partial light to pass through it, whereas opaque object, it will not allow light to pass through it. transparent object which allow full light to pass through it. So we are able to see other side of this object also. Opaque object. Objects through which light cannot pass at all are called opaque object. Underline this line. Opaque object form clear and dark shadow. A pencil, a book, wood, etc. are example of opaque object. If we take this object, you can see at the back side here. See, shadow formation is there because this one is opaque object. It block the way of light. Translucent object. Objects through which light can pass partially are called translucent object. Underline this line. Translucent object form faint shadow. Plastic sheet, frosted glass and butter paper are example of translucent objects. This one object is translucent. You can see which sort of shadow formation is there. It means it allows partial light to pass through it. So faint shadow it forms. Transparent object. Objects through which light can pass totally are called transparent object. Transparent objects do not form shadows. Clean air, clean water and transparent papers are the example of transparent objects. Shadow. A dark region. You can see on this board I mark outlining of shadow of this book. This book is an opaque object. It blocks the light and at back side we get shadow of this object. So a dark region formed by an opaque object or translucent object when it block light is called shadow. Definition you have to underline. Things needed to form a shadow. 3 things are essential for a shadow to be formed: source of light, an opaque object, a surface or screen on which the shadow is formed. Blow your mind. Will a translucent or opaque object form a darker shadow? Opaque object will form a darker shadow. Formation of shadow. Shadow is a dark region formed behind the object through which light cannot pass. It is important to note that shadows are always formed opposite to the source of light. Shadow always black in color. You can see in this diagram also given in your book. The size of shadow varies when the distance between the source of light and object is changed. Shadow shows only the shape or outline of an object. Size of the shadow varies when distance between the source of object is changed. Now when I take this opaque object closer, backside it is darker. When I take this opaque object at distance, you can see the darkness area decreases. See, means size of the shadow increases when we bring opaque object near the light source. When we take that opaque object at distance, size of the shadow it also decreases. One activity given in your book, we will place a lighted torch on piles of book in front of plain wall. Place a globe between the light torch and the wall. We will see the shadow of the globe on the wall. Then move the globe closer to the wall, away from the torch. What we will observe? That shadow become smaller. It is clear that shadow is bigger when source of light is near to the object. Shadow is smaller when source of light and object away from each other. Length of shadow. You must have noticed that the size of our shadow keeps changing during daytime. Your shadow is longer in the morning and in the evening because the rays of the sun are slanting. The size of our shadow is smaller at noon time when the sun is over the head. This is because the rays of the sun have to travel shorter distance. Note down reason question from this chapter. What is rectilinear propagation of light? Question number 2. Give 2 examples of transparent objects. Question number 3. Why shadow is black in color? Note down these questions in notebooks and revise chapter up to this. The rest of the chapter in next video we will discuss. Thank you.